Here we see the so-called Mars of Todi. It is an Etruscan bronze statue from around 400 BC. It measures 1.41 meters and is therefore almost life-size. The piece was found in 1835 in Todi/Italy near the monastery of Montesanto. Today, the statue is in the Vatican museums and bears the inventory number 13886. It depicts an armored warrior. He wears armor that we have to imagine in reality made of leather. Originally, he also wore a helmet, which is unfortunately missing today. In his left hand the warrior held a lance, which is now lost. In his right hand he held a patera, a sacrificial bowl from which he performed a libation. The bowl and fragments of the iron lance have been preserved and are now exhibited separately in a display case. The eyes of the statue are inlaid with a different material. The posture of the statue corresponds to the Greek contrapposto of the classical period. Most of the weight rests on the right leg, while the left leg is relieved as the free leg. On one of the pteryges, as the leather strips at the bottom of the armor are called, there is a dedication inscription. It is written in Umbrian with Etruscan letters. We can read, Ehaltrititis dunum didi. Translated, this means, Ehaltrititis gave this as a votive gift. So a certain Ehaltrititis, this is a Celtic name, had this bronze statue erected in a sanctuary. As was customary among the Etruscans, the inscription was written from right to left with mirror-inverted letters. So, in our case, we have to start reading the inscription from the top. Let's come to the question of who is depicted here. On the one hand, it could mean a mortal warrior, who, as was customary, offers a libation to the god of war before a battle. On the other hand, Mars, the god of war himself, could also be depicted. This is supported by the lance that the figure originally held in its left hand. If a mortal were meant, this hand would have to be raised in prayer. Some archaeologists consider both interpretations. Perhaps the consecration gift of Ehaltrititis originally meant a mortal warrior and was later venerated as a cult image of the god of war. This is supported by the fact that the statue was found carefully buried in a pit. A practice that was common for cult images that were no longer used, for example because they had been desecrated. In any case, the votive gift of a man of Celtic origin, which stood in an Umbrian sanctuary with an Etruscan inscription, shows how diverse the culture was on the Italic Peninsula at that time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you won't miss new ones.